Risk Management Advisors is unlike any other captive manager in the industry today. My name's Wes SIERK. I'm the Managing Director of Risk Management Advisors, a risk strategies company. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the RMA process and how we build captives and manage captives to make sure they're always exactly what the clients need and are completely 100% compliant. The first step is what we call enlightenment. In this stage, we meet with the client and we figure out the industry that they're in. We figure out the policies they have. We figure out the claims that they've had in the past. So we understand holistically the entire business and the risks that they have. After the enlightenment phone call or meeting, we go into a consultative mode. In this part of the process, we sit down, and it's usually a couple hours with the client. We discuss all of the details of the client's business. We discover the facts of how they started it, why they started it. We dig deep to get an understanding of how the business is structured, all of the different partners in the business. We figure out what are the goals and dreams of each one of those partners, what insurances they have, the brokers or brokerage companies they have them with, what the financial outlook is for the company, what are the lines of credit, where do they expect the business to be in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road? Do they plan on selling the business? We dig in so we understand the mindset of the owners, and then we figure out what keeps them up at night, the things that they worry about day in and day out. Next is the design phase and presentation phase. In this phase, our risk management advisors, along with the attorneys and accountants and the client CPA, we get a plan together that encompasses what is the business, what is the risk, what are their goals and dreams. We put together a preliminary captive feasibility study that goes through how would it be structured, what are the reinsurance policies that need to be purchased, what do sample financials look like, what do sample documents, sample insurance policies look like. And this gives them a good grasp of how this will work and how this will look in their own individual circumstances. Oftentimes, the first version is not the version we go with. So then we get into our refinement. And during the refinement, the clients go through, they read, they digest all of the stuff we put together. Then we get back together and discuss the plan in detail, the policies, any changes we need to make, any capitalization requirement, so they understand the entire captive plan. Then once we've refined the plan, that's when we go into blueprint. So in this, we actually sit down with the client's tax advisors, attorneys. We create the blueprint for them, the timeline of how long it's going to take. In this blueprint phase, we complete the business plan. We have the actuaries and our accountants prepare pro formas. If there's any insurance that needs to be placed or anything that needs to be changed with their existing broker, we do that at this point. Our attorneys draft the sample policies that they're going to have. We submit and get approval for the creation of the captive insurance company, that corporation or LLC taxed as a corporation. Then, once all of that is submitted to the Department of Insurance, then we obtain the certificate of authority from the Department of Insurance that gives the captive the ability to start writing and transacting business on behalf of the captive insurance company. It's one thing to create the captive, but it's another thing to make sure it's properly implemented and managed. So this is an ongoing phase. It's the managers of the captive, us. It's the board of directors of the captive. It's the captive's tax advisors, their attorneys, everyone getting together for claims management. Do we have to redraft policies? Do we have to issue certificates of insurance to third parties from the captive insurance company? Do we have to negotiate with the lenders because the client wants to use the captive for some of their insurance purposes in the traditional market? All of this, we work with the client to make sure it's done compliantly and meets all of the goals. Then, lastly, So it's been designed, it's been submitted, it's been implemented, we're managing it, we're issuing insurance policies, we have claims running through with our claims team, we're doing monthly financial statements for the captive, then we get to the annual accountability and board meeting. And I think this is what really sets risk management advisors apart from other managers in the captive insurance company space. At each anniversary, we go through deposit by deposit, payment by payment, policy by policy, all the transactions in the captive insurance company, all of the changes, all of the minutes from meetings throughout the last year, all the correspondence, the audited financial statements, line by line, so the clients understand the complete picture of their captive insurance company. So this ensures that the clients have a firm understanding of exactly how their captive insurance company works and how it's functioning for them specifically. But that's not the end, because this whole process starts over again. There could be a change in the business. The business could go up, could go down. They could have more risk. They could have taken on new suppliers, new lenders. And at this point in the annual review, it gives us a chance to go in and make sure that the captive insurance is always functioning for the client as efficiently as possible and meets all of their specific needs. Here's the takeaways from this. The risk management process in and of itself is what creates the value in the captive insurance company. The steps to the RMA process is first enlightenment. Then we get into consultation. Then we design and present the captive to the client. And then we get into refinement. So once we have everything done exactly why we've refined it, it may take 10 versions to get it exactly right. Then we create a blueprint. That whole blueprint, all of the documents go to the Department of Insurance. In the end, we get the certificate of authority. Then we get into the implementation and management phase to make sure that it meets all of their goals and objectives. And then lastly, and most importantly, is the annual accountability, where we make sure that the clients know deposit by deposit, line by line, policy by policy, exactly how it's functioned in the last year and how it's meeting their unique individual goals. Thanks for watching. My name's Wes SIERK, Managing Director of Risk Management Advisors, a risk strategies company.